8, and so too Malicious Fella, B Major and Zulu Sue. So they're all in now, with the exception of No Tangles, who scramble once again and will take no part. All in, away they go. There's the light, and down on the inside, Glenfield Boy has won the starter. Also beginning smartly was Bale Weston and Conrad Kanzia. They were followed out then by Will and Andy on the inside. A Good Ideal splitting those runners, and Let Us Pray is away in around about 6th or 7th posse. Further back behind them then came Malicious Fella, B Major. Zulu Sue's settling back in second last posse, and No Tangles is virtually taking no part. In fact, he's still galloping in that bottom corner. That's not his caper. Down to the judge they come. Lead time was 29 and 8. So down to the judge with 2 circuits left in front of them, and the leader Glenfield Boy. On the outside, Let Us Pray moves up to take closer order. Over on the inside behind the leader was Will and Andy, and in the centre of those runners then Bale Weston. B Major sneaking through along the inside. He's 3 back on the pegs now. On his outside was A Good Ideal, then Malicious Fella, Conrad Kenzie. Further back Zulu Sue, and the other one, which is pacing again now, is a long way back at the tail. First quarter was covered in 31 and 5, and they go by the 1200 metre peg, and Glenfield Boy. He slipped away. He's leading 7 or 8 metres now. In second place, Will and Andy. Third place on the outside, Let Us Pray. B Major saved ground through along the inside, and then Bale Weston. They were followed by A Good Ideal, and over on the inside, Conrad Kenzie. Next to last, Malicious Fella, and Zulu Sue is back second last with No Tangles virtually taking no part. Leaders had a good easy run. Second quarter was 31 and 8 at 63 and 3. The first half of the last mile, and Glenfield Boy leads them as they go to the back now on the final occasion. Will and Andy's had a super run behind him. Let Us Praise on the outside and going forward, and so too hooking out Malicious Fella slips up 3 bikes wide. They were followed then further back in the field by Bale Weston around the outside of them, then deeper. The next one was It's A Good Ideal. Further back then was B Major from Zulu Sue and Conrad Kenzie. They're inside the 400, down the back in 30.3, and Glenfield Boy's been the pilot from the outset. Let Us Praise out after him, and so too is Malicious Fella on the outside, and right around the outside It's A Good Ideal. Glenfield Boy will straighten up just in front. Now Let Us Pray goes up and applies the pressure. Let Us Pray in front, Malicious Fella down the outside. Let Us Pray just in front though, and he's holding them at bay, and Let Us Pray goes on to win. Second placing goes Malicious Fella. Third then A Good Ideal. They were followed home by Glenfield Boy, B Major, Conrad Kenzie, Bale Weston. Will and Andy had an easy run behind the leader, knocked up, and finishing back towards the tail of the field was No Tangles. He was right back at the tail of the field, and the other runner which was pulled up was Zulu Sue.